What's up, everybody? It's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and today we're going to be taking a look at this purple bandit grenade as a part of my Does It Suck series. This is called a Longbow Acidity Muvv. It says that it spawns 8 child grenades, and basically this is a corrosive MIRV grenade. If you throw it, it functions exactly like you would expect by creating 8 little child grenades that then fly a distance from the initial impact and explode, creating corrosive damage with, a large amount of damage out there, but also a pretty wide blast radius. And so we're going to see how it does here in the Washburn Refinery in order to give us some insight on the Nasty Surprise and the Pandemic, which we tested recently, but didn't really have a control baseline to know what a purple grenade could do and what should be expected of them, basically. So one grenade there looked like it was enough to kill him. Obviously, there was a slag barrel right there. So that's pretty good. We'll move forward and begin to evaluate this next area. Unfortunately, the power loader's not right on top of this Junkin bull loader, but it's not a huge deal. I'm just going to get my turret up, and then we'll slag these dudes and throw a couple grenades their way. And we will, move forward after this. Looks like they did knock out one big boom blaster from me, which I can't complain about. So I killed whatever that was. It sounded like it was definitely Exploder. There's an Exploder up there as well, though. And you can see when an enemy's up against a wall that it's more likely for the child grenades to hit it and stuff. So a lot of Exploders in this first room here. I'll just kill them, though, and, not worry about them after that. So that was pretty good that the longbow hit him all the way down there. It's a shame that it didn't kill him, but this should kill him. So that was good. And now that he's killed, we can just use our onslaught to get away from that guy. And, yeah, hopefully he dies as well. Now we got quick charge going. It's all good. We're moving forward now. We did get down to 8 grenades, but that's not a huge deal. I think I also picked up 2 big boom blasters in there, so we used quite a few grenades, but we were killing things pretty quickly. It's just that the enemies weren't grouped together. Perhaps we could have got more group damage if we had waited on enemies to group up, but it was doing so much damage to a single target that I wasn't really that worried about it. So I'm just going to throw, 3 at him. So that's pretty good. And now I'm low on grenades, so I'm going to open all of these up and try to get back up there and pick up the big boom blasters as well, which should give us a rather crazy amount of grenade ammo. We'll see. I'm already at 7, so I know that up there are at least 3 big boom blaster things, if I can get them before they disappear, so that's good. Puts me at 9, 10, or 11, and then there's going to be these boxes as well. So we're going to have a ton of grenades going forward, and that's pretty awesome. That definitely bodes well for us to have 17 grenades moving forward. That's quite a few. Cool. So we got kind of lucky there catching that little bit of low damage fire dot from that badass loader there. That really encouraged us to drop quite a few of them. Alright, so let's throw 2 at this guy just because he's not near enough to a wall for me to be sure that 1 would kill him. In fact, we need 1 more. The DOT would have eventually got him. But I have so many grenades right now that I just wasn't worried. So, there's going to be a power loader dropping out of here immediately. I'm going to try to see how just 1 while he's up against that wall does. It looks like too many bounced away there. We'll wait for these guys to get a little bit closer together. Perfect. Hopefully that's enough to kill them. Not quite. So in the open air with enemies kind of moving towards you, it's unlikely that you'll get good kills. Enemies definitely kind of need to be sitting still or at least near to something or near to each other for you to reach this grenade's maximum potential and stuff. But perhaps, I was just throwing it in the wrong place as well for a charging enemy. It's hard to know for certain. Right now we'll just let these dudes blow up. That's my strategy here. So far, though, the grenade has definitely not sucked. In fact, I would say that it's performed better than both the Pandemic and the Nasty Surprise to this point. But we still have a little ways to go, obviously, so we will continue to vet the weapon, I guess. Perfect, and I guess that killed the hot loader. So, really, maybe it's not terrible for enemies that are moving. It's just you have to get some cooperation between the grenade and the enemy. Like, if they move in the same way, then you're good. You know what I mean? But if they choose to do things differently, you could be in some trouble. Like, if they just completely walk out of the way. So I slagged myself somehow, and that was stupid. Luckily, the turrets got my aggro covered, and so that's golden. Unfortunately, now the boss is going to be spawning. Well, not the boss, but the badass, and we do not currently have our turret ready or, you know, even close to ready. So we'll have to be a little bit careful about that, especially since we just had to use extra grenades on that dude there. So that's kind of scary. Let's put this up here. Oh my gosh, this has happened to me so many times. How in the world would it stick to nothing there? I tried to put it right there. I had plenty of space to do it. That drives me nuts when that happens, and it happens all the time. Whatever. Okay, so now we need to get away from him and really release some grenades on him. Crap. Now I'm one lower than I want to be, so we'll pick up that grenade, and the turret kind of took care of him there as well. 3 almost killed him. He was so close to dead. Anywho, we definitely need to open this box and see what we've got in it, and then determine what is still going on here. So one of the reasons why I like the bonus package better than the meteor shower, and perhaps we'll get to that in another video, is that its coverage is so much better. The grenades don't bounce as high, and obviously with the Torg legendary or Seraph MIRV grenades, they explode twice. So you get a lot more coverage, and that's probably why I've never tested this you know, corrosive bandit grenade, for example, or really any bandit MIRV type grenade, and that would just be simply because I've always had the Torg one so available to me that I didn't really see a need for it, you know. So that gun loader, he's in a weird spot. I can't figure out how I'm gonna kill him with the grenade right now. So we'll kill this exploder, I guess, and then we'll determine whether or not we can actually get good damage on another enemy that's actually dangerous while we have our turret out here. Perfect. So that was good. Definitely need to be aware of what's coming, though. We'll let the exploder kind of deal with himself. I don't know how I immediately took damage upon getting up here, but I did, so need to watch out for that. Ooh, that was a bad grenade throw. Definitely bad to do when we're low on grenades like this, but at least now we'll get to kill this gun loader while being at low grenades. Oh, he's so low to the ground. Alright, so we'll throw that over there. Perfect. Okay, did my big boom blaster disappear yet? It hasn't, so that's good. That got us up on a few grenades that we were low on, so we're looking pretty good right now, especially since we now have the turret up in a good spot to distract all of these enemies. Especially that enemy. Alright, so looks like he needs one more. See, and he's just standing there, and so many child grenades are missing him. So sometimes it's a mixed bag with this. Sometimes they bounce right at enemies that are running away from you or something like that. And other times they just fail to hit an enemy who's even moving still. And so, or not moving at all, being still. And that's often irritating for me, I have to admit. Alright, so this should kill at least one of them. In this case, both of them. So that's good. We'll move forward now. This hot loader might have dropped a grenade for us, which is why I was looking. Alright. And so that one was just a little bit outside of one of the grenade's blast radius, and that's why he didn't die. So like I said, it's kind of a mixed bag. Obviously, that guy's dead. All the child grenades are going to hit him. When throwing a child grenade or any MIRV creating grenade above you, be very careful about how you, move back or distance yourself from any explosion that goes on above your head, because it can be quite difficult to, survive in those situations. So, looks like 4-player health scaling is active. We're picking up all the ammo right now, so that's something to keep in mind. Obviously, we can still kill guys that are hunched over in a corner, because this grenade just is going to do work to them. So, that's something to keep in mind. Going forward to the pervy area, that kind of behavior actually bodes really, really well for us. So, we'll determine how we do against these guys. I would like to get some of them over here, though, you know what I mean? So, just immediately kind of waking some up and then putting the turret back here so that hopefully it will come this way. Awesome. So that was enough to kill that one. Pervy and such should be working their way around. I'm just going to throw 3 at Pervy really quickly. He's really small, but he has low health. So even though probably a ton of the child grenades didn't hit him there, it does look like it managed to kill him. So that's good. We have plenty of grenades right now, so I'm just going to apply them fairly liberally. I don't see a reason in being super conservative with them. And you can see that it's just creating a nonsensical amount of corrosive damage here in this little hallway. So that's good. But again, you can see there that on his trash pile, that was a really bad place to throw one of these grenades, because it was just basically useless. Oh my gosh, he's going to kill me, and that would be really, really bad and sad. Alright, so I'm just going to start loading him up. I can't see him, but he can see me, and basically we're in trouble. So, that'll help us a little bit. Hopefully that gets around the edge. Perfect, we finally killed him. Alright. So that was a little bit scary there at the end, but we did okay. We did quite alright. Overall, this has definitely given me some perspective on how the Pandemic and Nasty Surprise maybe should perform. I would definitely say that the Nasty Surprise sucks now. And I might say that the Pandemic is closer to suck. It's just that the Pandemic shows promise. You know, like, I can see times where a Pandemic could be very, very useful. So I don't necessarily want to say that the Pandemic outright sucks. I mean, you can definitely still kill things with it, but this is probably a more effective and practical weapon in most situations. However, even with the Corrosive Bone of the Ancients on, I would have to say that that is probably inferior still to a bonus package. We can just see how many times a bonus package explodes here. Whoa. One interesting thing to note is that the bonus package is even more aggressive at killing you than the corrosive MIRV grenades. So, I don't know. Perhaps, in this corner we can really look at all of these explosions. Basically, because it bounces twice, you get more coverage. And so, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure if it's worth using a corrosive one over these explosive ones, which are indeed so easy to acquire. Man, I should have been throwing it off the ceiling. Look at that. Those are things we could have tried here in this map while I still had the corrosive grenade attached. Oh well, lessons learned. Overall, though, the Bandit Long Bum City Muvv is definitely not Lung Bomb, I guess it's called, a City Muvv. Definitely doesn't suck and is definitely a pretty solid weapon that can be used very effectively at overpower level 8. And, like I said, it gives me some perspective on how these two guys should perform at the very least. Anywho, as always, guys, I do thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do. I'd appreciate that as well. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. I'm just testing this real quick off the ceiling. Okay, so maybe that one off the ceiling isn't a good idea, but the Torgue one was. So, lesson learned. Alright, bye guys.